Woo! Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Yes, I'm your big brother Griggs. We are back at you with another Over the Hump Wednesday. Last week we talked to you about the I Care pledge. Hopefully, a lot of you have inboxed me, a lot of you have commented, you have taken the I Care pledge, so we're getting you another step closer to where it is that you want to go. I care. The I, integrity. C, for commitment. A, for accountability. And the R and the E is raising that expectation. All right? A lot of you have the acronym. You felt great on Wednesday. Thursday even went okay. And then something happened right before the weekend. And then we're downhill again. Saturday was bad. I looked at some of your posts on Facebook. You know, I can't. Overtime is killing me. This sucks. Whatever the situation is, take the I Care pledge. Integrity, commitment, accountability, and raising your expectations. Then a lot of you like, Griggs, I did that. That didn't really help me. It's not working out. You know, I hear people say that all the time at work. They come in, this fat burner don't work. I'm not losing weight. I'm not doing this. Part of the reason that people run into is that they're not doing the foundational stuff to get to where they want to go. You'll go and buy the next $100 fat burner, but you won't take a $20 multivitamin. So what am I saying? The bottom line of it is the I Care pledge works. The first letter in I Care is integrity. The I starts you. It starts with you. It starts with you. Y-O-U. You. Right there. Talking to you. You. I. As in I yourself. You have to know who you are. And right now, you don't know who you are. Every day, you're a new person. You're a new person in your relationship. You're a new person at work. One day, you got energy. The next day, you don't. You're happy today. You're mad tomorrow. You live a bipolar existence. An existence that is just completely out of control. From one moment to the next, you don't know who you're going to be. If you with a group of friends, then you one way. If you with another group of friends, you another way. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Start with the I. In order to have integrity, in order to have a set of principles that you're not going to back down off of, you got to become comfortable with who you are. And who you are is not what you do. It's not in the money you have. It's not in the relationship you in. It's not that. Your identity, if your identity is so wrapped up in the relationships that you have mistakenly lost yourself. You have to know who you are before you could ever have integrity. The I Care pledge starts with I. It starts with I. It starts with I. It starts from within. You have to know who you are. And I'm here to help you find that. The base bottom line of who you are is going to line up to where you want to go. We said this before in the last video. It's real simple. You can't expect to be a Fortune 500 CEO and you hanging out on the street corner. It just doesn't, it's not going to work out. It's not going to happen. Bottom line, you have to have balance. You got to be congruent. You got to be even in the things that you say that you want and the things that you are doing. And that all starts with who you are. If you don't have an identity about oneself, if you don't have an identity on who you are, you can't get to that next level. You can't. There's no way. There's no way you're going to run a daycare, but you cannot stand kids. Like that doesn't line up. It doesn't make sense. All right, so I'm going to challenge you this week. Let's figure out who you are. It's one of the strongest questions I ever had to answer for myself. And when I looked at it, I came up with a series of titles for me. Like, you know, in the beginning, I'm a football player and I'm a dad and I'm this and people say I'm that. It doesn't matter what nobody else says. Who are you when all the titles go away? Take the titles away and let's figure out who you are. What makes you tick? I dare you to spend time alone. I dare you to get to know yourself. I dare you to go inside of a space where you don't have nobody else to crawl up under and figure out who your identity is. There's some of you that are wrapped up in a relationship right now, and you're so lost in that relationship that the moment or the idea of losing that person is absolutely terrifying. And it's okay to be committed. It's okay to be vulnerable. I'm not saying don't be in a relationship 110%, but if you can't operate as a full-on human being on your own that's comfortable and that has their own set of separate aspirations, that has their own set of goals, in addition to another person's set of goals, and you guys come together in cohesion, you come together and become one unit, that unit is able to push your goals and to push their goals all at the same time. You have to be complete on your own. If you're not complete, it's not going to work. You got 1.5. You got 1.5 when we should have 2. You are trying to find yourself and build yourself around what this person wants, and the truth be told, you still feel empty. You feel empty right now. You sitting at your desk, you sitting at home, you sitting somewhere watching my video, and you're like, I feel empty. I don't feel like I'm enough. I don't have enough. I gotta get more. I gotta do more. I gotta wear the right clothes. I gotta say the right things in order for these people to accept me. And it's not about them. It's about you. Start with I. Become who you are going to become, because I promise you it's going to take you where you want to go. Now, for those of you just outside of relationships, you're doing those things at work and you want to be a certain type of person, because if I'm this type of person, or if I make this person like me, or if I politic with this guy and I figure out with that guy, then I'll get promoted. It'll never work, because from one day to the next, you'll never be consistent. It'll never be the same. You got to be able to put out the same amount of work, the work output, have the same quality day in and day out. When somebody doesn't see you, and when they do look, you're still doing the same thing consistently day in and day out, because that's not what they want you to be. It's who you are. You got to come comfortable with who you are in order for them to notice that you're good enough to be promoted. Stop worrying about trying to play the games. As long as you're playing the game, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. But if you figure out who you are, you'll always be a winner. It will always work out that way. You can't get draped off into a group when you know who you are, because there's certain things that you won't do to be a part of a group. Let the group come to you. You start with the I. Let's work with integrity. Let's have those principles that we're not going to back down off of. When we get into a relationship, we're going to make the relationship better, because we're not willing to back down off of our principles. We will compromise, but we will not sacrifice who we are to be a better person for you. If you don't like who I am, and I'm not doing the things that you want me to do, I'll make minor corrections, but outside of that, I refuse to shift who it is that I am and what it is that I stand for, that I know is positive, and I know that's in line, and I know that it's supposed to get me to the next level in order just to appease you. Impossibility is a big word thrown around by small men and small women to boot. So when somebody is sitting around here telling you that's stupid and let's not do this, this is impossible, and you got to focus on the relationship, and no, you shouldn't go to the gym, you should just come home, and no, you shouldn't go to work that extra hour, and no, you shouldn't do the extra thing, don't work through your lunch break, step back and look at the person that's talking to you, and you say you do what you do because that's who you are, but today this is what I'm going to do because this is who I am, and then I'll see you at the top at the end of it. It's been your big brother Griggs, man. Happy Over the Hump Wednesday. Happy Independence Day. You guys have been awesome. I look forward to seeing you. Start with the I. Work on your integrity. Your commitment comes right behind that. The accountability is always with that. And raising your expectations will also raise the bar for whoever surrounds you. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your comments. I'll see you next week.